Okay guys, this is going to be part 7 of the Namalsk, the custom Namalsk server with the Night Stalker options. There's only 2 videos left. The one I'm going to do now is the EVR storm, and the other one is going to be Bloodsuckers. And these are 2 of the more complicated mods. Not so bad, but I made this file here. It's kind of a helper file. And I'm going to put it on GitHub. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. It's got all kinds of different stuff when you're doing this installs. It's got, the mission SQM stuff you put in add-ons, trader editing, class names, battle eye filter here. Link to the different scripts on the GitHub. What you put in, some of these lines that you put in there, variables. Again, battle eye for the object day 2. Let's see. This is what we're doing now is EVR storms. This is the stuff you're going to copy and paste into init. The variables you need right here. And the 2 battle eye filters. And bloodsuckers are down here. I'll do that last. I got some stuff I got to verify that this works because I've done some changes to it. And of course there's battle eye filters. There's all of this other shit. This is probably the most complicated. But yeah, EVR storms, let's do it. We'll use this file kind of as a guide. Whoop. I want to do this. Kind of as a guide, okay? So let's go ahead and open up DayZ servers. MP missions. I think this is all done in the mission side. There's no server side stuff. So I'm going to delete this. Mission PBO. Yeah, and I'll back this one up. So let me extract it. And then we'll back this one up here. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go in here to our mission PBO. And it's all contained, the blowout stuff, the EVR storms. It's in the Namalsk mod add-ons. It's in the modules. There's a blowout folder here. You can see we're connecting to that. There's an init file here where there's a server-side script and a client-side script, right, in this folder called module. And I got these variables out of, I guess they're in both of these, but you open the client-side script. This does cause a client-side error about, what is it? Hell. This variable right here, it says it's undefined. So it should have been counted up here as a private variable, perhaps. Or even inside here, it should have been, in the if statement. Where is it? Yeah, right here. It should have been declared inside of here as a temporary private variable. Also this one. Okay. Not a big deal. It's just one little error, and we can live with it. But here's the variables right here. It says if is nil. You got your blowout. This is the DayZ version of the blowout, so you need that one. So we grab that one. We set it to true. And then you don't need the blowout prep. You do need the blowout status. No, you don't need that. I went through these earlier. You don't need that. You don't need that. NS blow ambient music. I wonder what that is. I never even. Let's see if it is it declared down here. Let's see. Control C on that, Control F, and we'll find it. Okay, so it is true. It's set to true. If you're in the, well, that's just for the non-DayZ one, though. I guess. Ambient music. Well, I guess it's all true. If it's not that one, it's this one. Yeah. I think it plays. Hold on, we'll figure that out. What was the other ones? Blowout, you need to set this to true to turn the blowouts on. You need this one because that's the DayZ version of the blowout. You need this delay mod to set the time in between. Let's see where that is. Let's see. Let me grab this. Where is it? It must be in the server version. Yeah, okay, there it is. The server side script, okay. So it's set to 1, and this is defined down here. If it's the DayZ version of the blowout, then it's got these numbers. So your minimum time, it's got like a safety check here. So you have a minimum time here of 3,000 minutes, right? And if you multiply that by 1, then it's just 3,000. But I have been experimenting with this. You can set this number to whatever you want. It's between, 0 and 1. So if you want your blowouts to happen more frequently, then lower this number. I think this is a pretty good number. I don't remember what. So that would be a minimum time. So if you go here, go to calc. And we got 3,000 times, well, let's go clear. 3,000 divided by 60. So every 50 minutes, if you set this to 1, that's the minimum time, and then the maximum is 6,000. So 6,000, what is that, 10 minutes? No, 100 minutes? Yeah, that would be 100 minutes max time, 50 minutes minimum time if you set this to 1. So if you want it that way, that's cool. I set it to, what did I set it to? 0.7. So what is it? 50. It was 50 times 0.7. So the minimum time for a blowout is 35 minutes, and the max would be 70 minutes, right? 100 times 0.7. So the max would be 70 minutes. It depends. So do it your own way. I'm just explaining how it's done. That's what this is. The delay mod is defined here, and it's minimum time and maximum time between blowouts. Okay? We don't need to make any mods in this file. This file does use an older version of this function is inside building, but it doesn't break anything. It's fine. It's not worth pulling the whole works over to the server side or your mission side just to edit that shit. It's not, to me, it's not worth it. But the one in Epoch is different than that one, so this does not interfere with the one that's in Epoch. If you go into init and go into compiles, and we want to find is inside building. Okay, see how it says FNC here? Function if it is inside building. Function is inside building, yeah. It's the same file name. This is the updated one in Epoch 106, but it's got a different function name, yeah. Different function name. So this one does not interfere with the one that is built into Epoch. It's just used in this file, okay? So it doesn't break anything. It just uses an older version. It still works fine. I've tested it. It says you're in a building. Basically what this check does, that's in the client, actually, not the server. Let's close this. I don't need it. Client. It's got these two animations, right? One of them is a knockout animation, and the other one just turns it off. Okay, and this... Oh, what did I just do? Edit, undo. Edit, undo. Okay, so Control F. Yeah, find that. So this is where it calls that animation where you get the knockout. you know, you're just laying on the ground with your, you know, you sprawled out. It calls it actually before this is in building check. So it happens regardless. I was talking to old mate Chalk about this, but this is the way it's called before. So you get, if you don't have an APSI, you will get knocked out whether you're in a building or not. But if you are in a building, you will not lose blood. All right, so it checks to see if you have an APSI, and then it checks to see if you are in a building or not. And then it shows here you lose 6,500 blood. Okay, that's what that file does. And it's got all this fancy shit, you know. So let's go ahead and just get down to this and install it. You probably don't care what, you know, what all that shit is, but you know, whatever. I like to explain it. Okay, so init.sqf in our DayZ Namalsk mission PBO. We need to add this line right here. So I'm going to copy that. This is just going into that PBO. And we need to go down to where the you're not going to have it is in this that file I showed you. There is an is server section and a is not dedicated section, so it won't go in here and it won't go in here. It's going to go above, and I like to put it above the initialized, yeah, up here. I like to put it right here. Okay, I like to put it right there, right below, above the initialized and below this. So let me go ahead and put that note in here. Add this below this line. Okay, save that. So that's what we need to do in init.sqf. That's the only thing we need to do in init.sqf. So let's go ahead and save that, close it, and we need to open up our custom variables.sqf. So DayZ code init variables.sqf, and I'm going to add them at the top, I guess. So just grab all these, and you can put them below or above, you know, just let's go EVR storms. Okay, and for this demo I'm going to set this really low. Let me go with 0.5. So when I log into game, this will happen like right away. I want that to happen. So this is just for the demo or for the tutorial, and don't put it this low, otherwise you'll be battling these things all, you know, the whole time you're logged in. So let me go ahead and I saved that. Let me close it. And we need a couple of battle eye filters. One of them I thought was for set damage, but it doesn't look like it. So we're done with that. Let's re-PBO this. And let's delete that one. Instance 15 Namalsk, and then go into battle eye, and we need to go into scripts.txt. Let's move this over, maximize that, and let's just say line 6, or the one that starts with all units. So line 6, you see, starts with 5 all units. We're going to add this one to the end. So grab that whole thing. Notice there's a big gap there. That's why you do the end. So you don't necessarily have to do that, because it looks like count units equals count all units. I think you can probably just filter that shit and it would be fine. But I'm just going to grab this whole thing. And let's go. I'm going to click in here on that line and hit end, space, and paste it. Okay? And then we need to do this one right here. This is line 54, or the one that starts with World 2. So line 54, World 2, that's the very last one on here. Grab this whole thing. Okay, click in here, hit the N key on the keyboard, space, and paste. And that should be all we need to do for our battle eye filters. Okay. So go ahead and save this. Close it. And I think that's all we have to do for the install. Haven't done that in a minute. But yeah. So let's go ahead and fire up the server. I think I'm logged into BattleEye. I mean, yeah. Steam. When you see that thing come up, then you go ahead and start the server. And this should show in the RPTs as well, both of them, that this blowout stuff has started. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Take a guess. Need to start that. MySQL. Yep. Gotta make sure you start your MySQL server, otherwise shit doesn't go. Okay, so I'm still in the object day 2. Do I have an APSI? I do. So let's take a look. At our RPT real quick and make sure that the thing started. You should be seeing it happens. Okay, there's A2 stuff. I got a railgun. It should happen early on. There it is. There's your line right there. Blowout server. And you see it says delay 186. What's that? That's like 3 minutes. Right? Count. So our next blowout's going to start in 186 minutes. So 186 divided by 60, that's like 3.1 minutes. So we don't have very long to wait. See, I'm getting cold. Look here. Cold weather stuff is working. I'm getting cold. I'm just going to stay down here because if I go upstairs, I'm going to get you know, ransacked by zombies because it's night outside, and when this EVR storm happens, I don't think it kills zombies because they're not players. Let's see. I need to go this way. So remember the railgun spawns down here. Yeah, there's my railgun. I don't need any more railguns though. thought about putting like a, that mutant heart thing is for bloodsuckers, and if you have one in your inventory, they won't attack you. So I thought about adding that, like a custom spawn. It would be really easy. How the hell am I get out of here now? Not that way. This way. Out in the open here. So we're just waiting then for... There we go. Okay, EVR storm is starting. It takes a minute for it to kick off. What I want to check is make sure that those battle eye filters work, because there is a set damage function. But you see the screen's gone all wonky. It's got these particle effects on there. I'll just run around here like a retard till this storm kicks off. There is a prep time. Okay, there's the ambient music for the EVR storm. Okay, so we're getting closer. I'm getting cold, as you can see. Let me change out of my clothes here. What's this? Warm clothes? Okay, wear that. Okay, I want to be warm. I should start to warm up here. It's flashing blue, but we should be alright. If you get too cold, see it stop flashing. If we get too cold, then you'll get infection and you'll start coughing. Come on. Blowout server. Okay, there's on. DayZ mode. Okay, good. Normal output. Yeah, you don't want the freaking high output one because it fucks shit up bad. Preparations are underway. Okay, good. I think if you... Yeah, see, it says NS blowout prep true. So when the EVR storms, it just toggles it to true. Yeah. So there's a sleep function on there. If you open up the file, you'll actually see there's a sleep. And you can shorten the sleep time if you want. If you want to pull the files over to the mission side and start editing that shit, that's fine. But I'm not going to do it. It works fine the way it is. It doesn't break the server. Come on. The prep time, I don't remember what it is. I can open up the file and look, but it's like 300 seconds, so 5 minutes. It basically tells you to get to get to a building, so you have 5 minutes to get to a building before this thing hits. Otherwise, it knocks your ass out. But I have an APSI in my gear, so I won't get knocked out. And in fact, let me drop it. I'll let myself get knocked out. I'm in a building, so I shouldn't lose blood, but I'll just, I can pick it up. It'll stay there. But if you have an APSI, no knockout. Yeah, that's the ambient sound. You can hear it in the background. It's kind of a rumbling sound. So I'm all the way warm now. You can see over here, the warm clothes warmed me up. Here we're getting close. There we go. Put you in combat as well. Spinning around. I lost blood. Shitty. I tried this on another building and I didn't lose blood. Maybe it's not working so well after all. But anyways, you lose a little blood, no big deal. Okay, so I stood back up and I can put my APSI back in my gear. Blood bag. So basically, if you get caught in a storm, if you're playing Namalsk, I would always carry around a blood bag and some painkillers because you're going to shake like this. Well, no, not even. Oh, there we go. See, I'm shaking. So take painkillers and a blood bag, and you're right as rain. That's all there is to EVR storms. Let's go take a look at the RPT. Cancel that. Okay, so cancel server. Let's take a look at the RPT. It'll say preparations underway, preparations finished, blowout in progress, blowout actions in progress, finished. Finished. Next blowout right here. So it resets the timer. There would be our next blowout. So you'll play around with your time if you want. 0.7 seemed to be pretty damn good, I thought. But, you know, adjust it up or down however frequently you want those things to happen. And let's look at the client side RPT because it should have said I was in the building. See users. Whoop. Okay. See, player is not in a building. Sorry. I guess it depends on the building. I don't know. Player does not have a APSI and is not in a building. So the building check didn't work that time. Player has been damaged. Okay, this is the error you get here in the blowout client. It just says undefined variable. It's, you know, it's referring to this shit. That's all it does though. It doesn't break anything. You just get that little annoying error every time the blowout happens. You get this little error. I can live with that. Not a big deal. If it really bothered you, you could pull the files over to the client side and, you know, start fixing shit. But as far as I'm concerned, it's fine. It doesn't break it, so I can live with that little error. No big deal. So that's it for the EVR storms. The next thing I'm going to do is bloodsuckers. I need to test some of this shit before I do it, but I will upload this file to the GitHub and put a link in this video and then the next video so you can just copy and paste out of here, and that will make your install much, much quicker. And I did not get kicked by BattleEye, so these BattleEye filters work. Okay? Yeah, I need to check some stuff here. I don't even know what land B spawn is. I don't remember. I need to check some building names and also make adjustments to this stuff. I'm not sure. This used to say like 400 and then this would be like 100, but I don't. Usually when you do random numbers, if it's going to be over 1, then you would use round, so it would round it to the nearest whole integer. But he doesn't have it like that. So, I don't know. I'll test this and I'll do the video, get these working. And then that will be the last of the Night Stalkers mod custom Namalsk series, okay? Well, we'll see you guys next time.